I didn't plan to go to Caluya. In fact, I didn't even know it existed until a tricycle driver in Antique waved his hand lazily and said, "Ma'am, if you want quiet place, go Caluya. It's just okay." He said it with the same tone Americans use when they describe microwave leftovers. Just okay? That phrase stuck in my head the entire night. Why did he say it like that? Was he underselling it? Hiding something? Or was Caluya really the Philippines' version of a cardboard pizza? Edible, fine, but forgettable? The next morning, fueled by curiosity and a questionable cup of instant coffee, I hopped onto a boat heading for the island. The boat ride alone should have been my first clue that just okay was a lie. The water looked like someone had photoshopped the brightness to maximum and forgot to turn it back down. It was so clear I could see fish swimming under the boat, and one of them actually looked annoyed at me, like I was invading its privacy. I apologized to it mentally. When we arrived, the first thing I noticed was the silence. Not creepy silence, just peaceful. The kind of silence that wraps around your shoulders like a soft blanket. No honking cars. No construction noise. No karaoke at 8 a.m., just the sound of waves brushing the sand. A group of kids ran past me, barefoot and laughing, and one shouted, "Hi, Blondie," before sprinting away like he had just committed a crime. A man sitting on a bench near the port chuckled and said, "Don't mind them. Tourism here is just okay." There it was again. Just okay. At this point, I began to suspect that Caluya residents were part of some secret humility cult where they were forbidden to hype their own town. My homestay was a simple family-run house by the beach, literally 10 steps from the water. I dropped my bags and went outside where I met the owner, a woman named Tess. She was hanging laundry on a line and squinting at the sky like she was arguing with the sun. "Long trip?" she asked. "Yeah," I said. Everyone kept telling me Caluya is just okay, so I wanted to see it myself. She laughed so hard she dropped a t-shirt in the sand. "Ay naku, that's how we describe everything here. Our beach? Just okay. Our food? Just okay. Our hearts? Just okay. But we're lying. Everything's actually amazing." She winked, and then casually walked back inside like she hadn't just revealed the town's secret conspiracy. I spent the first hour exploring the shoreline. The sand was tea white. It was a soft golden color that looked like someone sprinkled ground sunlight everywhere. Little crabs peeked out of holes and judged me with their crabby little eyes as I walked by. The water was calm, glassy, and so warm I swear it hugged me back. Just okay? Absolutely not. I wandered toward the town center, expecting crowds or traffic, but instead found a small, sleepy community where everyone moved like they had all the time in the world. A man stood in front of a store fanning himself with a cardboard cutout of Manny Pacquiao while drinking Coke from a plastic bag with a straw. A group of old women sat on plastic chairs gossiping about someone's nephew who apparently had too many girlfriends. A rooster crowed proudly, even though it was already 3 p.m. I stopped by a small carinderia for lunch. The owner, a grandmother with the sharp negotiating skills of a Wall Street broker, kept insisting I needed to try their just okay adobo. Spoiler, it was the best adobo I had ever eaten. I asked her what she put in it, and she whispered, "Love," then laughed so hard she almost fell onto the stove. I didn't know if she was flirting, joking, or actually serious, but the food tasted like something sacred. In my head, I rated Caluya's adobo. 11/10 would risk high blood pressure again. After lunch, I rented a habal-habal to explore the island. My driver's name was Jun, a cheerful guy in his 20s with a helmet that did absolutely nothing. Before we started, he warned me, "Road here is bumpy." Just okay. The road was not just okay, it was a full roller coaster experience. At one point, I swear I left the seat completely and saw my life flash before my eyes. But then we reached a cliffside viewpoint, and every near-death moment suddenly felt worth it. The view was unreal. The water below was divided into layers of blue, like a gradient palette. Fishing boats floated peacefully in the distance. The wind smelled like salt and fresh leaves. Even the silence felt sacred. Jun sat beside me and said, Locals don't want too many tourists here. That's why we say just okay. We want people who really want to see it, not those who only chase hype. That made me smile. I liked that. Protecting beauty by underselling it. We continued riding until we reached a tiny fishing village where colorful boats lined the shore. Kids were swimming even though the sun was starting to set. Some dogs ran around chasing each other. And everyone waved at me like I was a celebrity, which, let's be honest, my blonde hair probably caused. A woman approached me holding a basket of sea urchins. "You tried?" she asked. I had not. She cracked one open, handed me a spoon, and said, "Just okay." I ate it. It was not just okay. It tasted like rich, buttery ocean magic. I almost cried. I don't know if it was the flavor, the sunset reflecting on the water, or the fact that I was eating sea urchin straight from the source while a group of villagers clapped for me. As night fell, I returned to my homestay. Tess invited me to join her family for dinner. Grilled fish, vegetable soup, rice, and fruits that tasted like they were grown by angels. Her husband showed me how to eat fish with my hands properly, and I failed miserably, dropping a piece onto the floor. The family dog ate it within seconds. After dinner, we sat by the beach under a sky so full of stars it looked fake. The waves were gentle, the air cool, and the conversation warm. Tess told me stories about the island, how the people rely on fishing, how storms hit hard, how the community always recovers together. "Life here is simple," she said, "but that doesn't mean it's small." I lay down on the sand, staring at constellations I had never seen so clearly before. If this was just okay, then my standards needed a complete overhaul. The next morning, I woke up early to watch the sunrise. The entire sky exploded into shades of pink and orange, and the water looked like it swallowed the colors and reflected them back. I didn't take many pictures, not because it wasn't beautiful, but because I wanted to actually experience it without a screen. A fisherman walked by and nodded at me. "Good morning," I said. "Good morning," he replied. "Caluya is just okay, right?" I laughed so hard I scared a nearby dog. "Sir," I said, "your town is one of the most amazing places I've ever seen." He smiled shyly and shrugged. "Okay, Lang." Before leaving, I visited the port again. The same man from yesterday sat on the bench, now eating pandezel. How was Caluya? He asked casually. "Amazing," I said. "Absolutely amazing." He froze for a second, then grinned like he'd been waiting for someone to say that. "See? Only people who come here know." As the boat left the island, I looked back at the coastline calm, golden, untouched by heavy tourism. It wasn't flashy or loud. It didn't try to impress anyone. It was humble, peaceful, beautiful in a quiet way. And I realized something. Some places don't need hype. They don't need big signs, luxury resorts, or curated Instagram spots. Some places are amazing simply because they exist as they're simple, honest, warm. Caluya was exactly that. And now I understood why locals always say it's just okay. It's their way of guarding the magic, keeping it safe, offering it only to those who care enough to look beyond the surface. When I got off the boat on the mainland, the same tricycle driver who recommended Caluya recognized me. "How was it, ma'am?" he asked. "Just okay." I shook my head. "No, it was perfect." He laughed, shook his head, and said, "Hey, you discovered the secret, yes. I did." Caluya was more than okay. It was unforgettable.